Hi all! Today I'm showing you how to make my family's Easter breakfast hash brown casserole. This is something my mama made growing up. Ingredients you'll need. I've listed everything here to make your life easier. Hopefully it does. First up, you need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. That's very important. And next I have a pound and a half of bacon I'm going to cut into pieces. I always just flip it over and it's just easier. You can also do it when it's partially frozen. That might be a little easier for some people. And then next I'm going to kind of break everything apart into smaller pieces like that. And then I'm going to put it in a stock pot over a medium flame, I don't want to say low. A medium flame, and I'm just going to stir it around and cook it. It takes about 15 minutes, longer than you think, 15-20 minutes, because you're cooking it over not a high flame but a low medium flame, so it just takes a moment. And don't freak out if it's foaming. That's just how it does. And then I take it out and I drain everything off on a paper towel, and I'm going to set aside a half a cup for garnishment. I always have to remind people to set aside bacon because everybody wants to eat it. So now I'm grating 16 ounces of cheddar cheese. Again, most of it's going to actually go into the casserole, but I do set aside 1 cup of the 16 ounces for 16 ounces of grated cheddar, I should say, because some people might think, oh, I'm setting aside half of it. No, you're going to grate it and then set aside a cup. And that's for the garnishment on top. You'll see. And once that's done, then I'm going to work on the egg mixture. So you're adding a cup of milk, 6 eggs, and I always break it into a separate measuring cup, and I do one at a time. This is to make sure I don't get any shells. Nothing's worse than serving something like this for a crowd of people and somebody bites the shell. That's horrible. You're going to add freshly ground black pepper, about half a teaspoon. It's up to you. It's to taste. And then I'm adding 1 cup of sour cream, and I'm going to mix everything together until it's blended well. And once that's done, I'm going to move on to doing some of the other garnishments. Now, actually, I saw somebody put scallions and chopped tomatoes, and I thought, oh, that's so pretty. My mama never did that, but I just think it adds such a pretty, colorful look to the dish. So I said, I'm going to adopt that. So it's just 3 scallions sliced and a half a cup of cherry tomatoes chopped up or sliced. And once you have that done, then you're going to move on. You're going to use a 9x13, just spray it with some pan baking spray. Now I'm going to finely chop 1 medium onion. I always use the food processor because I have horrible chopping skills. I think I've mentioned this a million times. And once that's done, then I'm going to add it to over a medium flame. I'm going to saute the onions in the same stock pot that I cooked the bacon, and a tablespoon of bacon fat that I reserved. And once that's done, then I am going to add a thawed 30-ounce bag of frozen shredded hash browns. Just break it up. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, or pepper to taste, whatever you like. And then I'm going to be adding the crumbled bacon. And I remember I reserved a half a cup to put on top for garnishment. And now I'm adding the shredded cheddar. And again, I reserved a cup actually. And then I'm just going to mix everything together until I have it incorporated. Again, you can also use sausage if you want instead of bacon, if that's what you prefer. My preferred sausage is Jimmy Dean, and you just use 1.5 packets. And now I just spoon everything into the greased 9x13 casserole pan. And once I have that done, then I'm going to pour over the egg and milk mixture over the hash browns. You can make this ahead of time and just put the egg and milk mixture on right before baking. And then I'm going to cover with foil and I'm going to place in the preheated 350-degree oven. And it's going to bake between 40 and 45 minutes. And then I bring it out after it's no longer, it's completely set basically. And once it's cooked, I take the foil off. Then I'm going to take that cup of shredded cheddar that I reserved. And I'm going to put it back in the oven. And I'm going to melt the cheese. It usually takes about 10-15 minutes to melt everything, melt all the cheese. And then once that's done, I'm going to bring it back out and then I'm going to garnish it. And then you can serve right away. And now time for garnishment. This is where the half a cup of crumbled bacon that you set aside comes in. And now I'm just putting the, sprinkling the sliced scallions on top. And then the chopped tomatoes on top. And this is what it looks like. It's the perfect brunch item. You make it, everyone will love it. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. If you're enjoying our content, and we really hope you are, please consider becoming a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. We also ask if you could watch the video from beginning to end. This also helps out. It's all because of how the YouTube algorithm works. Otherwise, we stay hidden. There's no possibility of growth because they don't push us forward to new subscribers. So, all these things are necessary. If you can please like, subscribe, and comment, but also watch the video from beginning to end. This also helps out. And we just want to thank you all for even taking the time to get to this far. All right, we'll see you soon. We post new videos 2 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. We'll see y'all real soon. We wanted to profoundly thank everyone for watching. We're very grateful to all of our new and old subscribers for supporting us and helping us grow. We're almost at 1,000. We can pinch ourselves. The horrific wildfires in Southern California and the hurricanes Helene and Milton have destroyed so many lives and communities, affecting so many across the U.S. But we also have a lot of storms, severe storms that have hit us this spring and this winter that have also destroyed lives and communities. So we're encouraging everybody to help those in need by donating to the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, World Central Kitchen, All Hands and Hearts, AmeriCares, Operation Blessing, and Save the Children. We're not affiliated with any of these organizations, but we know they're doing good work on the ground. As always, stay safe and be blessed.